Jidich, I'm back and we're gonna
You have a lead?
see
I'll let
that
you
we
get back
have
to your
nothing to
reading.
say to her.
As soon as you find out anything, let me know.
Okay, so all these books you can find in this library. And let's go, we'll first take a look at each one. So we have, let's see, the nautical cartography. So here says, to our dear friend, 1 year soon you'll finally join us here. The seas await your notice. Then we have the fourth one, which is Ersatz Quinux. Yeah, don't know how to say it. But 2 simple words to contain such wisdom. And a whole bunch of a list right there. Nope. Back. Here's the Zoopraxscope. Animals abound in a merry round. Seated in the middle, can answer the riddle. On legs of 4, they spin evermore. So if you're noticing that each book seems to have a number that corresponds, so the nautical cartography had the described the number 1. One day we'll meet again. 1 year. This one has on legs of 4, and the ersatz, whatever you might call it, had the number 2 words of wisdom. Over here you'll find the hydroponics and aeroponics, and this is 3 years into the study. By removing all duplicates, I find that the only remaining true consonant is key. So I'm gonna go through and tell you all my woes about this puzzle. So this is the first one. Yeah, for some reason I kept thinking that this corresponded to this picture here. Because as you can see, we have that fairy mound, which is what I'm calling it. The castle, the battlement, I think is what it's called. And then there's a rock. So somewhere out in the... We have a jetpack now, if you didn't notice. So somewhere out in the ocean, there's a certain rock formation there. So I went there, which I'll show later, but it had some numbers. It had a letter and number cartoon to it, and I kept thinking that was the code. I was wrong. And I had to go to Universal Hint System. So basically, to our dear friend, 1 year soon, you'll finally join us here. The seas await your notice. You have the Atlantic Ocean and the Caribbean seas. Oh look, seas, and hey, the first letter is C. The seas await you, as in the sea. Yeah, I had quite a big grievance with this particular part of the puzzle. But just so you know, nautical cartography, first letter of the code equals C. So let's move on to the ersatz Quinux. Yes, that one. And I'll just do it all over again. So if you hear paper shuffling, that's me. So basically I I'm gonna type it out for you guys onto because well, look, we have a big blank space here, so we have room for it. So basically I wrote this letterings onto the piece of paper and just followed the directions. So swap the first letter and the last letter. Alright. Next one. Change the R to P and Z to W. Okay. Remove the first appearance of any duplicated letter. Okay, so that gets rid of, let's see, the first appearance. So we got rid of S. There's no P duplicates, there's no A duplicates, no T, W, Q. We have a U duplicate, no I's, D, and then we have an N. And I believe that looks like it. So basically what we're left with is this. Okay, next one. Move the W 1 place to the right. Alright. Move the 9th and 10th letters to the front. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that now goes up to the front, and this is our new formation here. Add an L after every 5th letter. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. change the second and fourth vowels to O. So let's see, let's count vowels. We have U, A, I, E. The second and fourth get changed to O. Like so. Move the seventh letter 2 places to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Set that T, so 2 places to the left. 1, 2. Invert the third and fourth letters. Okay, so this one gave me a lot of trouble because for some reason, here are the third and fourth letters, I kept thinking inverting as in a horizontal flip. So I kept changing the P to B and the S to a Z. No. What they mean by invert is to switch them around. So you get this. And that I definitely had to go to Universal Hint System because trust me when I say I would have been trying to figure that out forever. And I do recall that that actually gave me trouble the last time I played this game. So, the next one. Swap the second letter from the right with the 8th consonant from the left. So, second letter from the right is the C here, and the 8th consonant from the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is that D. So we'll swap places. You see, they say swap later. Why couldn't they just say swap? No, they had to use invert. Does that make them sound more clever? I don't know. Moving on to next business. Place the first L to the right of the second occurrence. So basically put them together. Okay. Move the third and fourth letters to the front, then remove the C. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we remove the C. And we get these jumbles of letters. But of course, if you look at it closely or read it apart, it says spun to Q will do. So what does that mean? It means that our second letter in the combination is the letter Q. So now we're done with this book. Next order of business, we have hydroponics. Yeah, hydroponics. This one was actually also a bit tricky for me. So obviously this involves that everything is, as you've noticed, is involving kind of the titles of the books, so to speak. Except for maybe the first one. That really didn't have to do with the title, that had to do with certain wordings. Like, oh look, this pretty picture, and look, see, haha, get it? Anyway, ooh, my voice, need water. Anyway, so basically you get rid of all, you write this entire thing out, get rid of all the duplicates. So yeah, we're gonna do that too. My timer didn't go. Probably add another 5 minutes to it. Okay, so hydroponics, we have H. So first, a little bit of business. We can instantly get rid of ponics. Because oh look, it's duplicate. We could probably also get rid of that O just before the P there. Let's see, we can get rid of that A. What else can we do? The H's. How about some R's? And the D. Oh look, the G's over here don't match. Oh, and that W, yeah, you're not gonna do. Don't make the cut. Let's see, we have we have only a Y left over here. We have an E and an R. Well, we can't get rid of the R. I don't see the R. Where's the R? Yeah, no. Where did I get rid of the R? I got rid of the R back there. Okay, so you have an E, can't get rid of that. You have an O, and an I, and the N. You have the I here, we can get rid of those T's. So basically, this leaves us with E-R-I-O-U-S-L. Well, since we're looking for consonants, we can easily get rid of these. So that leaves us with R-S-L. And the only R does not exist in our code of letters that in the combination thing. So that leaves us with SL. Now, according to universal hint system. I don't know. I don't know if I keep missing a certain S. I don't see a duplicate S, which throws me off because they seem to automatically know which one it is. So yeah, don't know what's going on there. But either way, we get left with SL. But yeah, so the one that you're supposed to use is L. But it won't be too hard to make a guess because with the other ones, you know exactly what they're going to be. Such a case is the last 4th book, which also gave me trouble because I wasn't thinking about the titles here, but I kept thinking about the animals, and for some reason I kept thinking that there was some merry-go-round thing around the area in the castle. No, it has nothing to do with merry-go-rounds. The merry-go-rounds probably because there's a lot of horses. The rocking horse, another horse statue somewhere else. But this one says, animals abound in the merry round, seated in the middle can answer the riddle. On legs of 4 they spin evermore. See in the middle. Let's see, get rid of the first last, the O, the P, the O, the O, the P, the C, the R, the S, the A, the I. Oh look, we get the letter X. So, our 4th letter is X, but if you recall from the code, we have 5. So, we're going to take a trip outside. Guess what? We can do that too. Huh. Or... oh yeah, wait. I have to back out and then... off we go. So... the battlement. This is the battlement here. And the ferry mount's all the way on the other side, but I'm not going to bother going that way because... this... is right here. So we're going to land... nah, hey, what's that? N5. So yeah, I kept thinking that this was the solution to the nautical, I can't say it right, nautical cartography. I kept reading this as NS, despite the fact this does look like a 5, and I couldn't figure out if that was just an odd way to write S or not. But yeah, this is the 5th letter, so the 5th letter is N. So altogether, we have CXLQN. Let's fly our way back to the battlement, get inside that room, and open the, what do you call it? The rolling desk, shutter, the special thing with the lock that we need to open so Nancy can figure out all these clues. C. X. Don't know where L is in this one. We have a Q, and then we have N. That is right? Oh no, sorry. I was reading my thing wrong because I didn't have it in exact order. It's actually supposed to be CQLXN. So CQLXN. Wow, huh.
I think this doll is supposed to be me.
So that is the Nancy doll that we need to get. Oh, so story time. Despite my reservations, Brendan built and gave to Fiona her very own jetpack. Her constant, often tearful pleas for permission to use his had simply become intolerable. Brendan said it would help teach her responsibilities, and I must admit, the look of pure joy on her face when he presented her with it, and her spontaneous, utterly sincere promise to use it carefully forever and ever, half convinced me it was a good idea. Besides, Brendan's work keeps us all so isolated here. It breaks my heart to think how lonely and bored she must be. But now she's everywhere, circling the castle, soaring over the bog, venturing out to the islands and back. And since Brendan is harder at work than ever on his liquid propellants, it falls upon me to don his jetpack and keep an eye on her wherever it appears she's getting too adventurous, whenever it appears she's getting too adventurous. Brendan has made my job somewhat easier by fitting Fiona's jetpack with a device that causes it to automatically descend should she try to fly beyond the borders of the castle toward town. The fireworks inadvertently caused by Brendan's test launches have already created enough stir in town. Were someone to see Fiona arcing across the skies of Baylor, that would be the end of our happy life here for sure. Fortunately, working at the inn as I do almost nightly, I hear all the rumors, and manage to nip those concerning Castle Malloy in the bud by attributing the strange flickering lights some people swear they've seen up here to the activities of fairies, which to many if not most of our neighbors is a perfectly reasonable explanation. Not that I'm complaining, mind you. Brendan has managed to fool everyone into thinking he's developing a new field for armored vehicles. In fact, he sometimes conducts tours of the false laboratories he maintains next to the library in order to support his subterfuge. If the truth of what he's developing in the real lab were ever discovered, I shudder to think of the consequences. Oh dear, Fiona just shot by outside the window. Time to brave the jetpack and go see what she's up to. So we learned about Fiona's mother and a bit about Fiona. We have the Waverly Academy for Girls, which I do have this game. The one that goes to the Waverly Academy. Here's Fiona, younger. And, ooh, a key. But we're gonna leave that key and the last doll to the next set. So until next time, guys, slow and go full.